Hey guys, it's Dr. Robotnik64. This is a new features video for Minecraft, and today it's for the newest pre-release snapshot of the game, which is 12W36A. Now they've added a whole bunch of things into this snapshot, but first of all, some Minecraft news. Apparently the 1.4 snapshot is in fact going to be released sometime near Halloween, so it is in fact going to be a Halloween update apparently. And it's going to be called the Pretty Scary Update. And also, the Pocket Edition of Minecraft was updated to 0.4.0 today, so yeah. But anyway, here are the new features for 12W36A then. The first feature that they added, as you can see, is that they added in some new decoration blocks, which are apparently some mob heads. As you can see, there's a creeper head, a zombie head, a skeleton head, and a Steve head. Now, these decoration blocks can be obtained from killing creepers, zombies, skeletons, and I guess the player, considering there's a Steve head. However, they will only drop very rarely, so it's not as though like every creeper you kill now will get decapitated and you'll be able to obtain their heads. It's not like that. Now, the direction in which the head will be facing depends on what direction the player is currently facing. So as you can see, you can make it look as though the heads are like staring at each other. So, yeah. Now, another thing I've noticed with these new decoration blocks is that when you destroy them, they emit soul sand particles. I'm not exactly sure why, but I don't know. But there are some new decoration blocks for you, so on to the next feature. The next feature that they added is that they added a new skeleton mob called the Wither Skeleton. And here he is right here. So as you can see, he's a skeleton, except he's black. Yeah, that's right, racism in Minecraft, just kidding. But unlike regular skeletons, he's actually holding a stone sword instead of a bow. Now, an interesting thing is that if you actually try to spawn a skeleton in the nether using a skeleton egg, sometimes it'll actually spawn a wither skeleton instead. And most of the time it does, actually. Alright, I'm going to set my game mode to survival here. Now, when the wither skeleton attacks you, he will give you an effect called wither. Now, what the wither effect is that it's kind of similar to the poison effect, but as you can see, it actually turns your hearts black, but with a sort of dark but visible outline, so you can actually still see how much health you have. And that's pretty much all it does, really. If you manage to kill a wither skeleton, he will drop bones and coal. And, on very rare occasions, the stone sword that he was holding. And also, on very rare occasions, his head. If you look to your left, that's a wither skeleton skull, which is another decoration block. So the wither skeleton also has a chance to become decapitated as well. And also, the wither skeleton will only spawn naturally in nether fortresses. Now, they also made some changes to the wither mob. You can actually spawn it now. And in order to do that, you need to place 4 pieces of soul sand in a vertical T shape, and place 3 wither skeleton skulls on top, and there you go, you have successfully spawned a wither. Now, as you can see, when you first spawn him, his health meter actually starts going up, so it almost looks as though he's like charging up. And he also appears blue at first. And if you spawn him in the overworld, as you can see, the sky will actually become darker. Now, if you manage to kill the wither, he will now drop a nether star, instead of just experience points. Now, the only real use that the nether star has is for crafting the beacon block, which was the old work-in-progress block that was added back in 12W32A, but now it's actually called beacon, and it has a new appearance. And here's what the new beacon block looks like. So as you can see, it has obsidian on the bottom, and actually on the bottom of the obsidian there's bedrock, and it's protected by glass. It's some kind of yellow cube that is just rotating around, almost like an ender crystal. And it now has a crafting recipe. The crafting recipe is 5 blocks of glass, 3 blocks of obsidian, and a nether star in the middle. But that's pretty much the only thing that they've changed with the beacon block. It just has a crafting recipe and a new appearance. Now, as you just saw right there, when you break the beacon block, it still drops its old particles, which is a bug. They also apparently retextured the golden carrot, so it actually looks more like a carrot now. They also added in a new item called Carrot on a Stick. In order to craft that, you need a fishing rod and some carrots, and you get a carrot on a stick. Now, what this item is used for is that it's used for controlling pigs. So as you can see, you can actually make your pig walk wherever you want it to go, and if you right-click, you can make your pig run faster. However, you still need to place a saddle on the pig first before you can actually use this item on it. But as you can see, if there's a pig nearby and you're holding the item, it'll actually start following you. Now, speaking of carrots, you can now actually use carrots to breed pigs. So, right-click, and there you go. So you can actually breed them with carrots now. Now, along with that, you can now breed chickens with seeds instead of wheat. Here we go. And apparently that chicken ran off over there. Just let me get him. There we go. So yeah, so some changes made to breeding animals in Minecraft, mainly pigs and chickens. Now I actually forgot to mention this before. The decoration blocks can actually be worn on the player's head. The only thing is that it interferes with the helmet part of the player's head. So as you can see, the entire head of my Dr. Quarkskin is actually a helmet part. And as you can see, the textures are like Zed fighting with each other, which is another bug. Also, if you kill a pig that's wearing a saddle, it'll now drop the saddle. So there you go, so you can actually get the saddle back, instead of losing it forever. They also made some changes to dyeing leather armor. Leather armor now actually has two overlaid textures, the first texture being the color of the leather armor. And when you're dyeing leather armor, the color of the armor will now try to maintain its intensity and not dilute as much. So you can now wear leather armor with brighter colors, basically. So, on to the next feature then. The next feature that they added is that carrots and potatoes can now be found either growing in villages or in jungle biomes. And here's something I also discovered. I'm actually using the seed 09538545, which is the seed that I used to record some of my Minecraft New Features videos because it had a village at the spawn point. And I'm guessing because maybe of the minor world generation changes that they made, like things can now spawn in different places now. When you use that seed in 12W36A, the village will actually look different. But the weird thing is that the terrain doesn't seem to have changed at all. It still looks the same as the old version of the seed. The only thing that's different is the village. And also, the seed now spawns you on top of one of the villagers' houses. And there you go. So as you can see, the villagers are actually growing carrots in this village. So yeah, so villagers now grow different crops for a change. My goodness. They've finally gotten bored of just growing wheat all the time, for goodness sakes. Dungeons can be found with more loot now, apparently. I highly doubt this, though, because I didn't really find a lot in this dungeon. But as far as I know, that's pretty much all of the features that they've added in this snapshot of Minecraft, so yeah. So 1.4 is going to be a Halloween update. So this will be the second Halloween update that'll come to Minecraft, so yeah. But that's pretty much it for this snapshot. So if you want to download it for yourself, the link is in the description. So there you go. So anyway, this was a new features video for Minecraft, showing off some of the new features in 12W36A. This is Dr. Robotnik64, thank you for watching, and if you want, feel free to like or favorite this video, or maybe even subscribe if you want to see more Minecraft new features videos, or maybe just some gameplay and rant videos, so yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next Minecraft new features video that I make then. Later.